What's going on, everybody? It's the Wave Report. Happy 2019. Are you
2019,
serious?
man.
Goddamn,
Happy New Year.
2019.
Y'all some old niggas.
Hey,
You the oldest one out of all of us,
big
though.
facts. What were you saying?
Happy 2019, everybody. New year, new me.
Yeah. New Year.
Hey, I'm proud of the people found, like, across social media. I didn't see much of that whole new year, new me shit.
Facts.
You right.
Because we killed it last year.
We growing, man. We growing. Oh, yeah. See me? I'm getting my LeBron on today.
What kind of wine that is?
It's red.
It's red. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
What year is it?
Happy 2019. You feel me? So, man, what's been going on? New year,
New Year.
old tricks.
Oh,
Still the Wave Report.
double entendre.
My nigga, y'all know what's going on right now with in the media, with documentaries coming out, with, you know, it's got social media feuding,
Let's talk about it.
It's very unfortunate.
very unfortunate. I really don't want to talk about it, bro.
I think we have to.
I
That's
think
what
we
we do
have
at the
to.
Wave Report. I think we have to
to
talk about
I
it.
think we have to. Let's get into it.
Happy
Easy way.
people.
People ain't so happy.
Man, you singing the songs and stuff. Like, you feel like he should be muted, or you
Who
cool
we
with
talking about?
R.Kelly? Like, you cool with singing the music and bumping it? And
You know what's odd? When this came out, his streaming went up.
16% to be exact.
And that's a lot.
That's a whole lot.
That's a lot.
Hey, somebody said on my one of my social media pages, they said I put that up. I put that article up, and they said people doing research to see if they can connect the dots to his lyrics to pedophilia in any kind of way. And I said 16%. That is a lot of people. I highly doubt it.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
You know what that documentary did on that stance? It turned a lot of people on to his music. Young niggas ain't know who R. Kelly was.
You right about that.
Big facts.
You right about that. How do y'all feel? Do y'all feel this is a witch hunt? How do y'all feel? Well, before you speak, we're honest at the Wave Report. You may not agree with us, but we don't care. You know, this is our platform for us to express ourselves and to give honest opinions and perspectives. So, Joe,
I'm going to keep it 100%. I'm not going to filter and I'm not going to lie to y'all.
That'll
It's
do
not
it.
in my nature. I think this whole situation is trash.
okay.
Oh, please elaborate.
Explain.
We all knew everything. We didn't learn anything new through R. Kelly. Everything has been available to you. You ever go to the movies and you see a movie that was based on a true story?
Yeah.
That was already there. Like, all of the information is public knowledge.
Yeah.
But you're just steady watching the movie because you think it's going to be We knew everything. Everything about R. Kelly. There's no news that this documentary gave you. You know what was different? Was that at the very beginning, and this is the most telling thing for me, on the first episode, if you watched it, the very first episode, for the first 15 to 20 minutes, said 7 times in this episode, he believes that he can't be taken down. He believes that he's untouchable. He believes that, you know, he's got all these haters and everybody wants to bring him down. I feel like this wasn't constructed to tell the stories of the women who were rightfully wronged.
Yeah.
This wasn't constructed to shed a light on people who actually were treated horribly. This was put out just so you could stop supporting one individual.
That's crazy.
I hate that people's stories potentially are being prostituted just to tear down one person. Do you realize the damage that can be done? Now, granted, if something happens, talk about it. Be open about it. But do you realize the damage that can be done by prostituting somebody's story? People need to be heard, but not that way. I don't like I think it's a witch hunt. Now, I have no emotion or sympathy towards Robert Kelly. The person I don't like about this entire thing, there's 2 people, really. There's the producer of this and his brother. I don't care what your relationship is with your brother. You don't do that. You don't do that, bro.
I mean, to be fair, he said in the documentary that he's never seen R. Kelly do these things or whatnot. Kind of just sharing his experience and how he was pulled into it. You remember he was thrown under the bus
Yeah, he was.
for the tape
Yeah,
and
he
whatnot.
was.
So
That's right.
it kind of drew him in.
I guess so. I just wouldn't. Maybe it's just a principle that I grew up with. You don't tear down your own. Now, also, that same principle might be the issue. Because maybe this is a bigger light because we never talk about it. Maybe when something goes wrong or maybe somebody got molested or something happened to them, we just shut up. I come from a don't snitch or stop snitching culture. So maybe inherently the way I was raised was part of the problem that led to these young ladies being in such a terrible situation. But at the same time,
Bro, are we picking up anything?
we absolutely are.
Okay. Sorry about that.
It's crazy. It's just a crazy situation.
Tell you, how do you feel about it, bro?
I think the accusations have been a long time coming. And it leads to the public outcry that R. Kelly is this evil human being. A lot of the things R. Kelly has done are disgusting, for lack of a better term. They're highly immature of somebody of his stature.
Yeah.
He's obviously a legend that we all know, and that can be taken away from him musically. There's this question of, can you separate a person's art from who they really are? Because as we know, a lot of musicians
It's a huge question.
did a lot of crazy things, from a lot of jazz musicians, a lot of
Rock
hip-hop
stars.
artists, especially them, have done a lot of things. But I'm not a fan of, if you get caught doing something, of pointing the finger at other people like, oh, they did it too. Because that's snitching. Once you get caught, you should take responsibility for your actions. I do side with Joe to a degree that it is a witch hunt or a big design to bring down R. Kelly. But as he also stated, we've all known this stuff for a long time, man.
For sure.
We knew, people seen the tape. Like when we were younger, when we probably shouldn't have watched it, when we seen the tape.
Facts.
We seen the tape, like, oh yeah, this nigga's on some next level treachery. He was, man, and he carried it on. Even I think last year, the year before, they say he had like a house where he used to keep them in bondage, and they couldn't leave, but he used to like feed them. Certain, like, that was crazy. I heard I didn't believe it at first.
Put a bucket in the corner.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, I didn't believe it at first. To see part of the series, I have not watched the whole thing in its totality, but I'm sure a lot of information that's presented is not something that's foreign to me, because I don't just listen to artists. I do my research on kind of who they are, where they come from, and things they've done. All of you watching this have known this about R. Kelly for the longest time. The longest time. His music, will his music be affected? I'm gonna be honest with you, it probably won't be affected. Like I said, it went up when the docuseries came out.
Yeah.
People are still listening to his music. They may not publicly acknowledge that they're listening to it, but they'll still listen to his music in private, at work. People still play it at weddings.
Do you think the radio should stop playing?
But you know what's odd about that question? That's a great question. I think the radio will play it more because of the publicity that they'll get from it. I don't think they'll quit playing it. I think they'll play it more. Because they'll shut it down for a short period of time just to ease off, just so that people ease off them. But they'll go back to playing it eventually.
I mean,
You
look
don't
at
think nobody say nothing?
look at Spotify. Spotify was the first to, once again, this is the second time they've now pulled R. Kelly's music.
Yeah.
And the second time they pulled it, within an hour, they became trending #1 because people were looking to boycott Spotify.
Wait a second. So, I remember when Spotify last year, when Spotify pulled him from all the major playlists and whatnot. But his music was still available. His catalog was still available.
Spotify pulled his catalog.
They
Pulled his catalog.
recently?
Yes.
Okay, so they pulled the whole
They
catalog.
pulled the entire
Now,
catalog. Now they're trying to stamp behind enough is enough. Because Spotify's been trying to get
So
rid of
people are boycotting, or they talking about boycotting Spotify to get his music back? Or?
Artists are saying that it's a terrible precedent. Because it's basically saying, oh, if I do something wrong, then now you can violate my royalty rights by removing my music.
I agree with that.
That they should pull his music?
No, I think you could take him off the major curated
Correct. You can take him
playlists and
make R. Kelly
take
available
away
to
his
those
support.
who want to search for R. Kelly. But don't
Okay.
put him in your playlist of wedding songs. Happy, step in the name of, you should, in my opinion, if you're going to punish somebody, isolate them.
I say, dude from Seven Heaven, right? Pedophile ass nigga.
Yeah. The dad.
Yeah, the dad. Yeah. You know, they had this shit coming out around the same time Bill Cosby shit was coming out. Ain't nobody talk about that.
That's
Seven
right.
Heaven was still on TV. That's another discussion. But let's say, bro, you know, go to jail, do his 5 to 8 years or whatever the hell you do, probably less. Get out and want to begin painting. I can't say, bro, can't sell his paintings because he's done this heinous crime.
Yeah,
That's taking away his right to work.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
You know, so I can say, I don't think you should touch the catalog. I think you should stop the support of it. Yeah. You know, no curated playlist, no endorsement, nothing that can generate more funds for him. Leave him by himself. And if for the world, because a lot of people who don't really give a fuck, let them do what they do. It's everybody got some kind of right and freedom to do what they want to do, and they gonna listen to do.
Yeah.
Me personally, I don't. He's gone forever. I haven't listened to Kells, and I don't. Lord knows how long, to be honest. And that was a subconscious thing. As I grew as a person, it's certain things and certain people I want to stay away from. So I guess it goes into separating the man from the art. Subconsciously, I don't think I can separate. When I see you as a fuck boy, I don't fuck with your music. I don't fuck with anything you got going on.
And it's one thing if you don't know what the person's doing, and you're listening to them or you're cheering them on if they're an athlete or an entertainer. But once you come into the knowledge of this person's really like this, you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision. You have to stand by a decision. For the record, the Wave Report doesn't condemn it. We don't promote any of this type of stuff. We send our condolences to the victims of anything involving R. Kelly. It's a horrible act. It's distasteful, and we send our prayers to their families and to them, and we hope they recover. How do y'all feel about people condemning him like for life? They pretty much condemning him like they crucifying him.
Bro,
I think it's hypocritical.
It is extremely hypocritical.
I think it's hypocritical because nobody ever wants me to talk about Michael Jackson. Ever. We can never say anything about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson wasn't found guilty. He wasn't found guilty. What if they did a surviving Michael Jackson episode?
Which you can legitimately try to do that.
Would you cancel Michael Jackson in that particular instance? Oh, he's dead. But when he was alive, would you do that? In my opinion, if you do something wrong, you got to be held accountable for that. But
is your debt to society paid when you held accountable?
But with R. Kelly's situation, to me, man, like I don't know, man. I know people. You're a father of a daughter. I have sisters. That's not something I could ever rock with. Right. It's tough for me to think, you making love music for this little 14-year-old? Like for so long we glanced over it, bro. Aaliyah was 14 years old when he married her, bro. Yeah. For a long time we just glanced over all of this. Yeah. Last year, and let's not even pretend like Lifetime didn't make a movie about Aaliyah last year.
Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say we glanced over. I'm gonna say a lot of people
distanced themselves.
Not even. Yeah, a lot of people did split. He did take a hit back then, but a lot of people at the same time automatically felt as though he had parental consent because there was no backlash from that. You know what I mean? There was no outrage from that. It wasn't like the what's the family name of the girl that was supposedly kidnapped and trapped in the sex cult last year with R.Kelly? The Savages. The Savages. Like, you know how the dad and the mom, they speaking out and they going hard for it? Yeah. That wasn't the case with Aaliyah. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So a lot of us, maybe that's parental consent, this and that. So I don't think everyone completely turned a blind eye to it. I think people was like, God, that's a little iffy for me, but if you cool with it, it is what it is.
What do y'all think about the culture of older men? Because we all went to high school. We seen niggas 24, 25 coming to pick up sophomores and juniors in high school. What about that culture of I'm an older man and I could prey on young women whose parents should be involved and should know about their whereabouts and stuff like this? But
I'm going to tell you 100% what I think. What I think, honestly, bro, is I don't care what happened in your childhood. I understand that that's the excuse for a lot of people is that, what happened in my childhood is the reason why I like to look at younger women. There's always somebody for you within your age range. I feel like a man looking for an 18-year-old girl or 15, 16, 17-year-old girl, you do that because you feel like they're impressionable.
Yeah.
I know, like I used to say when I was younger, I want to date older women because I got an old soul. You know what I mean? And I've matured early. Nah, screw all that. Somebody who's older than me if there's a decade difference between the two of us, we don't need to be interacting when I'm that age.
Yeah.
I for sure saw girls in my high school, 17, 18 years old, seniors, having 23 to 25-year-old boyfriends, picking them up after school and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, I'm overhearing all types of, sexual activity and whatnot. Let's take it another step further.
Okay.
Tiger. You know what I'm saying? With Kylie. Coasted into that birthday, and I'm gonna be 100. I'm from the hood, fam. You fucked before then.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The relationship.
That's real.
But he put out an image as though, oh no, I'm waiting. But niggas don't believe that shit, man.
That's wild, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look what we become as a society, bro.
I forgot about
Now
that relationship
before
too.
we go forward, did you care last year when Tiger was all over the records? You forgot about it. I forgot about it. He forgot about it. Nobody cared. Like, that's what R.Kelly did. That same magic trick that made me forget about Kylie when Taste came out was the same magic trick R.Kelly did.
Let me say something about that, man. Fuck you. Fuck you, Mr. Forgetter. Mr. I Forgot. Because you know what? You know what I don't like about you?
Go ahead.
And niggas like that? It's the fact that you go with whatever wave coming. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happens, oh shit, let's talk about that. I forgot what I was thinking about last time. Because you want to be relevant. You want to talk about what everybody else talking about. You want to be socially accepted. You want to be a part of what's happening. But you don't want to make no stand of your own. Fuck you. Fuck you. And everything you don't stand for shit. No, so for me, I don't forget. That's why I just brought that shit up. I don't forget.
Yeah.
And fuck you who do forget. I don't give a fuck about a nigga lyricism or his ability to ride a fucking beat awesome. That's gay as fuck. Fuck them. I don't care if your favorite song is produced by this man or woman or whoever, maybe doing some foul shit. I don't care about their art like that. Nigga, that contribution didn't get me through life. It might have helped with listening, feeling better at the moment, but that shit didn't physically take me through life.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck you, nigga.
It's facts.
Niggas is trash out here, bro. Y'all niggas is trash, bro. For real, man. Clout chasing and shit. Even the niggas, some of the niggas on the documentary, bro. Going back to the R.Kelly shit, even some of the niggas, the talk surrounding it. Fuck you. Cause where were you 5 years ago? Where were you last year when the motherfucking sex cult shit was coming out? Where the fuck were you?
Yeah.
Fuck you. You don't mean what you say, you fake woke ass nigga. You a part of the 16% increase in the nigga sales. You listen to that shit. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck what nigga had to say when it come to this shit. He foul as fuck. He did what he did. Nigga, the evidence is there. 20 years plus of motherfucking accusations. There's something there.
Yeah.
Even if it's one thing, there's something there.
Yeah.
When you see a red flag, what you do, you dodge that shit. If you on the motherfucking battlefield and you see something, ex-military here, you see anything that could potentially look like an ID on the road, you motherfucker, you stop, you halt. Bitch, you don't roll over the bomb.
Facts.
Fuck y'all niggas.
Talk to him.
Take a sip of the wine, baby. That was passion. I felt that.
Honest question.
Yeah.
If a documentary was made on everything that happened in the news the last 3 to 4 years, injustice, rumors we hear, news reports we hear, if documentaries were made, wouldn't that destroy everybody? Because don't we live in a culture and a society that says if it's not trending, it doesn't matter?
Yeah.
You think about everything that was a trending topic at one point that went away real quick, but there was facts behind it. What's the nigga? Jerry Sandusky.
Yeah.
You remember Jerry Sandusky?
Come on, man.
I remember it vividly.
Come on, man.
One person came out
Yeah.
and had to sit on an island for half a year. Had to take it to court for a half a year and had to break down in the middle of tears in the middle of an interview for a second person to come out.
And I'm of the belief Joe Paterno died because of the shame that he felt.
Oh yeah.
For knowing this shit.
That's a fact right there. That's a fact right there.
How many of your heroes would fall if a documentary was made based upon their past?
The majority of them. Stop idolizing these niggas, man. In music, television, entertainment. They're here to entertain you, nigga, not lead you to a motherfucking promised land.
That's right.
Hey, yo, excuse me, sidebar. Stop condoning it, too. I don't care if it's your friend, Chris Rock. I don't care about Louis C.K.
Coon ass nigga.
I don't care about Louis C.K. Stop trying to sell me on him. I don't care how much he changes.
They going in this episode.
I don't care how much he changed. Bro, you did it. It was done. Y'all, you remember 2 to 3 years ago? You know what was in the news? O.J. Simpson. You know why it was in the news? Because they did a documentary. Everybody said, oh, I believe he did it. I wish I had never said that, oh, free O.J., free. Why? Why did it take a documentary for you to figure that out? Do facts not matter? Do facts not matter? Didn't y'all tell me Black Lives Matter? Why do facts Why do facts matter when somebody does a documentary?
Preach, man.
I feel like y'all know what's wrong with the culture, to be honest. They don't even need to be a culture. Y'all are what's wrong with it. I'm what's wrong with it. All of us are what's wrong with it.
Yeah,
because if it's trending,
Yeah.
if it's trending, it matters. Why does it have to get to that point? Why does it only matter to you and affect somebody of your skin color?
Crazy, man.
You know what? Watching the watching the documentary, it show old footage of the trial, you know, peeing on the young girl and all that good stuff. That's what we know it by. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, that's it's a little more than sexual misconduct. That's fuck shit.
Yeah.
But there were people outside protesting this shit, and I'm not, you know, and I'm not against Kels, not against him. Like, why you bringing down this black man, taking down his image? What? His image? That's what's important. Not what's being presented.
Yeah, that's
And
yeah.
and that thought and that mindset has been carried over for years,
That's
and we
sick.
still here.
That's sick.
People still saying this thing. No,
sick.
this ain't about a black man being taken down. Not in this case. It's about wiping scum off the motherfucking earth.
You know what y'all say to me when y'all do that?
What's that?
For a normal man, right is right and wrong is wrong. For a celebrity, right is right and wrong is right. That's what it says to me.
This sexual indecency has been coming out. Y'all remember? I think the guy got charged last year. The Olympic doctor.
Oh my gosh.
The Olympic doctor. He was touching all the
Dr.
the
Nassif.
female Olympic. Yeah, him. This stuff is prevalent in our culture, man. And you have people who are afraid to speak up.
Grab her by the pussy.
Yeah, you got people who are afraid to speak up because
Y'all voted.
when they do speak up and it's not in a documentary or it's not trending, they don't get heard.
Bro, let's talk about this. A lot of people say rape culture and shit like that. Man, they calling it rape culture. Let's pinpoint it a little more. I call it pimp culture.
Okay.
Everybody want to be a pimp. You know what I'm saying? At least where I was growing up, that was a shit to do. You know what I'm saying? You get a roster full of girls. You know what I'm saying? You make them you serve whatever purpose they serve, and you make off good. Right? You on top at all times. When you think about some of the shit that R.Kelly has been doing, and you think about the control that he wanted over these women and whatnot,
Yeah.
you can damn near relate. You can exactly make a parallel to pimping.
Yeah.
Damn near, except selling pussy, if you want to go that far. Except that he wanted it all to himself. But that manipulation of the mind, you know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
you know, brainwashing, damn near. That can be related to pimp culture. Do you think I have a point?
Yeah, you have a valid point. There are connections and parallels to it. It is. That's what he's doing. He's pimping them out. He's pimping them out for his own benefit. You know, because a lot of the girls, like, what's their use? They're not like become outside of Aaliyah. What's their use? They're not becoming famous R&B artists. Like why else are they there?
Right.
It's strictly for him and for him only. Usually when you pimp, you send them out to do what they do, and then all the money comes back to you. But R. Kelly, first of all, he's already rich. So like, what is he really doing? Right. And then I think it's exactly what you said is for manipulation and control, because you're not able to do that. More times than not, you're not able to do that with a fully grown woman.
Right.
So you prey on 16 and 17-year-olds. Just saying that just sounds crazy as a grown man.
And you know what? You can't even sit behind your computer or your cell phone or however you watching the Wave Report on YouTube because you subscribe to it. You can't sit there and judge him. Because you know it's funny.
What's that?
Every single year in your city, every 17 seconds, a woman is abused domestically by her significant other. It's each city. City. I ain't talking about state. I ain't talking about the country. I ain't talking about the world. City. Somebody getting abused somewhere. So if you... I listened to on the episode where R. Kelly's ex-wife said she went to a website and there were 17 different signs of abuse. And she could only pinpoint 2 areas that Robert had not done to her. 2 things. Just 2.
That he had not done?
That he had not done. So 17, 2. If you're taking a test, you failed the test. 17, 15 of them he had done to her. Some women are being abused in their own relationships. And some of y'all suckers condone it. Some of you ladies don't speak up about it. Neither of you can move forward if you don't speak up about it. Why? It don't take a documentary to change. But we can't condone we can't condone those actions no more. We can't condone I'm not going to snitch and we're going to just allow rape culture to keep going forward. We can't condone that no more.
Let's talk about snitching. We all from the street. We done seen some shit. You know, some of us done did some shit. How do we feel about snitching in a real way?
It's not snitching if you're getting abused, if you're getting molested, and you speak up.
Let's say from a third party perspective, like someone's doing something to somebody else, and you've witnessed this.
Like that?
Yeah.
I'm telling.
See?
These ain't street rules. No. This is grown man rules. No. A mature man with a wife. These guys have children. I'm telling. Straight up. If you're abusing anybody, a woman in any kind of way, whatever the case is, I'm telling. First of all, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna confront you. You're not gonna say anything to me.
Come on.
You know my background. You're not gonna say anything to me.
Come on now.
And then if it can't be rectified that way, I'm calling the police. You got to be locked down. You got to be locked up with real killers. You got to be locked up, and you're not gonna survive there. So I'm telling, if you're in the streets and we doing something and we all get caught, you ain't gonna hear a word from me. I take responsibility for my own actions.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. That's the difference.
Do you know who Jonah? I don't know who that is. It's just running with me. You know what I mean?
That's the difference. That's the difference, bro.
Look, the G Code says stay true, stay loyal. Ain't no telling on your mans or nothing like that if y'all in a situation. Keyword, y'all in a situation. You doing something, you ain't supposed to be speaking on that. Bro, if you doing a situation, you in a situation, but then that same person you in that situation with is beating the living hell out of his significant other, you are the worst human being in the world if you don't say nothing.
What would you do if you...
I would confront him.
Yeah.
Or her. Because women abuse men too.
Oh, hey. We could take it there, though.
I would confront the part. I would confront the abuser. I'm not even gonna I got 5 sisters. I've never been one of those people that's gonna go to my sisters and be like, yo, I need you to take care of this situation because she beating the hell out. No, I'm gonna confront the abuser. If it's one of them situations where it ain't gonna be that though, well, yeah. I'm never gonna snitch on. I'm never gonna snitch. That's not snitching. I'm never gonna I'm not gonna bring down, nobody grinding and nothing like that, because that's just that ain't no
It's
code.
different. It's
That ain't
different.
no code I was raised by. But I've seen a dude get his head blown off by a woman who thought, I didn't say was, who thought her man was cheating.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't cheating. He was beating the living hell out of his baby mother. And his girl thought he was smashing. A big argument ensued because somebody tried to talk to my man about it, and he was going to go kill his baby mother about it. His girl found out.
Mm-hmm.
Situation was what it was. Talk to people, bro.
Yeah.
It don't ever have to be that. I don't need to see somebody die because nobody just said, yo, why are you putting your hands on a woman?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you putting your hands on a man? It can go so many other ways. Y'all just don't need to be together.
Right.
If I knew what's the dude name? Ike Turner? Bro, just go a different way, B. You was making money before her. You can make money after her.
Truly.
You was living life before her. You can live life after her. You don't need no man need to. If you need to punch somebody, holla at me. Holla at my man Pat. Holla at my man Gary. They box.
Hey, holla at me, goddamn.
I know some people y'all can holla at.
I'm trying to do charity boxing matches for all.
If you want to box with
heavyweights,
somebody,
goddamn.
I'm just saying, if you want to box with somebody, there's people you can go see for that. But don't ever put your hands on a woman. Don't let me find out you ever put your hands on a woman.
Most of the time, when a man put his hands on a woman, he not gonna fight a man. More times than not, he not gonna fight a man.
So you a bitch nigga?
Nah, already.
You a bitch nigga?
Already, he not gonna fight a man.
Don't put your hands on no woman, bro. Like, I'm sorry. If I know you and I know you putting your hands on a woman, we got conversations to have. It ain't even gonna be much talk.
Yeah, it probably won't, bro. It probably won't. I'll tell you what though. Mm-hmm. I probably wouldn't beat a nigga ass off rip if I find out that she's the one that's abusing. Cause I'm not gonna put my hands on a woman.
Right.
I'm gonna get my nigga out of there. Now if they get into an altercation where she started to beat his ass and he try to fight back, I want to stop him. If I happen to be around, I'm gonna stop him.
Correct.
And get him out of there. That is the only situation I would say I probably won't try to beat his ass off rip.
Okay.
Well, so that brings me to this conversation.
What's that?
Let's get deeper.
All right.
A picture comes out 2-3 days after the Grammys, a couple years ago. Picture's got a Caribbean lady, couple knots on her face, couple scratches. Rihanna. Mm-hmm. When the Rihanna Chris Brown situation happened, what was your first thoughts? Before you found out any other part of the story. Because this is what happens in real life. We don't get the documentary first. Right. We get the headline. We get the first picture. We saw Rihanna look bad.
Yeah.
The first thought was what for you?
I wasn't up on it because I was in basic training. So.
The first thought to me was that Chris Brown, I'm gonna be honest with you. Chris Brown always struck me as somebody who had a bad temper. He always struck me as somebody like that, even when he was younger. So I thought that he did something. But most people's first thought was, she's Caribbean. She did something to provoke him.
Right.
That was 100% mine.
Yeah.
Really?
That was 100% mine.
Yeah.
And I was wrong for that. I had to see a documentary years later. It was like maybe 2-3 years ago. Chris Brown, he went in full detail on that night. Mm-hmm. And for some reason...
It was a good documentary, by the way.
It was a great documentary. It filled in a couple blanks, but it didn't excuse the fact that what is a true reality is that there's a certain point where two individuals are very toxic for each other.
That's real.
So we talk about a man putting his hand on a woman and a woman putting her hands on a man. Mm-hmm. There's situations where they're both fighting each other. Yeah. And throughout this documentary, another documentary, of course, Chris Brown was able to explain, it wasn't like, I just beat Shorty down. No, we fighting. Mm-hmm. She tried to grab, whatever. You can watch it if you want details. Mm-hmm. But that was
when I heard that part. Yeah. I was like, yo.
There is a such thing as
what would my reaction be? You know what I mean?
Why do people think it's healthy when you're literally fighting the person, your partner? Why people think that's healthy?
It's not. That's not love.
Nah.
A lot of people
Go ahead.
believe that's love.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
crazy.
It's a lot of females. I've actually heard this
I've heard it
from
too.
the mouths of females.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I understand it's not all of you. I'm not generalizing. Believe me. Just certain ones have told me that they feel like that's love because we're willing to fight for whatever it is that we got.
Mm-hmm.
Baby, that ain't love.
At all.
That ain't love.
At all.
To whom it may concern, Jesus dying for you was love. But it wasn't the standard of what you need to experience to feel love. You do not need to be beaten, whipped for love. If he puts his hands on you, if she puts her hands on you, that hurt ain't worth what you'll get if you stay.
Yeah.
I think sometimes I hear this a lot. I've heard it personally. I've heard it professionally. I've heard it from many different people.
What's that?
I stayed because I was scared to rebuild with someone else.
Wow.
Scared.
I stayed because I don't want to start. I don't want to start over.
That
Ironically,
is, man.
I'm writing something about that. That's crazy you said that.
Man,
You
I hear
don't-
that so often.
You don't. That time you invest, that return on investment, never comes from a fist. Return on an investment doesn't leave you in tears every night. Return of investment, nah, you lost on investment. If that happens, leave, get out, run. There's no reason to stand in that point. Now, there's always counseling that you can seek.
Yeah.
There's always avenues you can sink before you do that.
Right.
But this should not be no person should be a regular punching bag. No person should be abused daily.
Let's talk about third parties. Let's talk about, niggas who see shit like this. Because I'm thinking of the R.Kelly documentary and how there is people. Obviously, the nigga got a team. He's a superstar. He has team. He has people around him. Most of the girls are staying in the studio a lot of time. He's not a motherfucking engineer. It was somebody in that goddamn building. There's a few somebodies.
Yeah.
You seeing this shit and not saying that? Mm-hmm. What's up with these people that can really sit back? How do you sleep at night?
This is the odd thing about what you're saying. Money amplifies who you already are. These people are being paid to not say anything
Right.
when they see these actions occurring.
Right.
To me, it's simply money. They may not even agree with what he was doing, but because they're getting paid 6 figures or more, they will not say anything. They'll sweep it under the rug until the docuseries comes out. And then that's their camera time. And then they go in front of the camera and they, say they spiel. But it's money, man. It's money. Money can cover up a lot of stuff, man. We don't like to admit it. When heavy money is involved, a lot of stuff will get covered up.
It's a fact.
A lot of stuff get covered up. And R.Kelly has a lot of money. OJ. Michael Jackson.
Talk about it.
Oof.
Talk about it. It's certain people that
Keep going. That's a long list.
it's extremely long.
That's a
It's
long
a lot of
list.
Michaels, too.
I'm sorry. At the same time, did y'all forget about the fact that the accusations of R. Kelly happened in 2001, and the trial didn't even start until 2006? It's
yeah.
money.
Yeah, money, man.
When you sue a big corporation, when Tracy Morgan sued Walmart, the first tactic Walmart tried to do was outlast him. Continuance. Every time you sue a big company, they'll keep doing it. Why? Because you have to pay a retainer for a lawyer.
That's right.
The more retainers you got to keep paying,
You run out of
the
money.
more you're gonna run out of money.
Yeah.
And then what you're gonna want to do at that point? Oh, unless they take the case pro bono, you're gonna want to. You know what? I need to recoup this money back.
Yeah.
Let me settle. The settlements, 99% of the times, include the lawyer fees.
That's right.
They pay the lawyers and they give you a little. They give you a little something so you can go away and be quiet. And you
right.
have to sign a NDA that says you won't talk about it anymore.
Non-disclosure, baby.
Money makes people be quiet
Yes.
because people value money more than they value themselves.
That's right. We call it hush money. We call it hush money. People do value money more than they value themselves and other human beings.
That's sad.
That's very sad.
Yes.
That's ridiculous, man.
That's why it's easy for people to. That's why it's easy for people to become traders when money's involved. It's easy for people to switch sides when money's involved.
You see who they really are.
That's right. That's right.
That's
Look at
trash.
us, man. Look at us, man. Look at us. Society.
I'm glad you're saying us, man. That's
Look at
important.
that. Yeah, I got to.
Y'all too, because it's all of us.
Before before I was where I am now, I contributed to this culture.
Yeah.
I talk my talk through my rap music. I lived it in real life. I had a Rolodex full of hoes. I switched them. I used them.
Yeah.
I did what I had to do. I'm a part of the problem too. I have to say us.
Yeah.
And I think if everyone's being honest, and they're looking back on shit they done in their life, taking responsibility and fixing that up to be someone better and try to build something better for our kids, then you know what I'm saying, we should respect that. If you just defending this shit, fuck you, and it's a charity boxing match. Let's get it. I'll beat the shit out of a nigga. They got to pull me off your ass. You understand me?
I'm gonna just start blocking niggas on every social media platform. If you publicly say you agree with this, what's going on with R. Kelly, anybody, we do not stand by this, man. We grown men. We matured. We all did silly things as youngsters. R. Kelly is, what R. Kelly is? He 50?
Yeah.
Close
if
to
not,
it?
yeah. If he ain't 50, he close.
Nah, man.
What about the person that thinks this is a fun thing to troll about?
And I think a lot of people do think
You
I
know
beat, I beat their ass too.
Nah. I'm asking.
Stupid as fuck, man.
This is a serious question because I've seen people troll in this situation. As recently as today.
It's sad.
What do you think about the person who's the person? What does it say about the person that's just willing to separate the art from the person? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not capable of doing it. I'm hearing there's people that are. I don't know what's right or wrong when it comes to that, because think about it this way. Let's say some of the most inventive people that ever walked the planet made shit that's convenient for us that we use on the daily. Maybe they did some foul shit. Do we not use the chair? Do we not use the microphone? Do we not?
y'all realize music is the only place y'all do this crap? When Chick-fil-A said, you know what, we don't support gay marriage. Gay people said, we're not going to go to Chick-fil-A no more.
And that's cool.
When y'all some of us are trash.
Yeah.
I just got to be honest, bro. Like, to separate things based upon who commits it is one of the worst things that we as a people can do. And we got to change that. That's all I got, bro. We got to change that.
Yeah, I agree 100%, man. It's so many levels to this shit. I don't want to dive deeper on it. I'm just gonna get heated again, and it's gonna make for a bad episode.
Yeah.
But let's stop it right there. Let's get some final thoughts, though. You guys wanna?
Once again, condolences to the victims, to the family of the victims who do not stand by R. Kelly's actions or his music any longer. We do encourage people to speak up if these things are happening. Wherever you are in the world, you watching this, whether you like the Wave Report or not, it's not the point. Hopefully you subscribe, though.
Please.
Speak up if any type of abuse or manipulation is going on, or if you see it. If you see it, and you may not be directly involved, please speak up. And that's all I got to say.
Joe?
It's not okay. If you have to ask, is this wrong? It's not okay. But it doesn't mean that you're condemned forever. Change can still be made.
Yeah.
Yes, with R. Kelly, we don't accept his actions and we don't accept his art. But doesn't mean we can't accept R. Kelly as changing. It's still possible, I guess. I guess it's still possible for him. I'm tired of writing off human beings.
I like that thought.
Yeah.
I'm tired of writing off human beings.
It's real.
Change is possible.
Yes, it is.
Find it for yourself. Stop judging others who haven't found it.
To piggyback off Joe, rehabilitation is possible. I feel like we should rehabilitate all victims involved, from sex crimes to abuse of any kind. I also feel like the abusers and the convicted of certain things, I believe they can be rehabilitated and inserted back into society. And that may sound naive to some, but motherfucker, it's possible. You changed, didn't you? From something. I changed from something.
Yeah.
It's very possible. It's very possible. Though I'm not naive in it to say I'm resting my hat on people. Everybody can change, because some people are just filthy as fuck.
Yeah.
But let's, as a society, have some compassion for the victims. Let's not victim blame. Let's stop writing people off. Let's move forward, man. So we appreciate y'all support. It's the Wave Report. Follow us on IG, man. That's the Wave Report 813. You can holler at us on Facebook, like the page. Talk to us. We talk bad. We got special quick vids on that. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube.
Yep.
Make sure you change and hit that notification bell so you can see every time we drop, of course. We appreciate the love and support. It's the Wave Report, baby. The first episode of 2019. I hate to bring it in with R.Kelly, but fuck that nigga.
Appreciate you, Apple and Spotify listeners.